with our name lit up in lights. We are the new kings. This was our time to shine. Set it off like dynamite.
We back, y'all. This is still the PUBG Mobile Professional League Malaysia Singapore 2020, brought to you by PUBG Corporation, Tencent Games, as well as Lightspeed and Quantum Studios. Every one of you, all of you, just look at this down here. You are watching this still on Facebook Gaming. Together with us, I'm Sir Cloud, and of course, with me is the beautiful Choo Choo.
That's very nice of you. Not many people say that, but yeah.
Are you sure? I've been reading the comments and everyone's going like, Choo Choo's cute.
Really? Is it my comment that really kind of, have problem? I don't see any comments. Thanks for that. But I think
try harder, guys. Try harder.
Commentating is actually Cloud. But there you go. Oh, we're jumping into Game 2 very soon, which is gonna be, if I'm not mistaken, is Erangel. So we're looking at the classical map, and it's also one of the map that's really showing who got themselves the best team and individual skills. We know this map is played by all the tournaments out there. So if you can hold your strength throughout this map, you will get a really strong footing in the game. But look at that stats coming up for Dingoz. 53, half. Another 50 will be hitting 100,000, but yeah, that's one of the high kill volume in terms of total kills for the team. 257 with 4 chickens, 12.90% of winning rate we're talking about. So that's quite a decent number of, this is like, we're not talking, they are like among the high tier teams, but they're also at the middle bracket at like top 8 to the maybe 12th placement here.
So what Resurgence call what, the middle dog? Was it?
There you go.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, we just make that comparison. They do have 4 chicken dinners on the board. Total kills are 257. If we make a comparison to, say, Team Secret, for example, Team Secret has 9 chicken dinners for now, 300 over kills. So if we do the math a little bit there, they are going for kills.
Yep.
Kills and kills.
That's quite true. I think one of the teams that's like there is actually Team NoRecoil. Exact same thing goes for Resurgence, right?
Yeah, that's true as well for Resurgence. That's why they take the advantage of getting more kills on the board. Position points, okay, they're just right. So that's why they land themselves on page 1 in the overall standing. So these teams, they are smiling.
Hopefully they are, because we cannot see it. We have no way to actually see the facial expression of the players like we used to do. But yeah, we're gonna wait if there's any team. We're talking about FV for the last game. FV almost got themselves that chicken dinner, which they really in the dire need of that, because we do know they try to squeeze themselves onto the top 16 here, because they are really close to losing it. We have ESG, FV, Access as the borderline, who got themselves at top 5 as well. Can they be happy and feeling secure that they will get in the 16th spot? I think it's a tough call, because we haven't seen Bosskurr playing today, which is going to be tomorrow. They are one of this team that really close to getting on the top 16.
Yep, Bosskurr definitely one of the rising star teams, but one of the teams that have pretty much secured themselves into the grand finals. Bapak right now, they have been really strong in week 1, week 2. One of the teams that I can say that they're starting to chill on this week. We haven't seen like crazy plays from Bapak. But of course, want to know more about their journey, how they feeling so far in this PMPL. We'll need to hear from them as well. I do think we will have a little bit of opportunity, guys. So fans of Bapak Esports, do stick around a little bit more.
We're gonna get some insight from the pro teams. Maybe it will inspire you in some way there, because we do know this kind of things that should be known by most of the players out there if they want to go for pros.
Yep, that's correcto. And of course, the content for Bapak, we will show to you guys really soon, so don't go anywhere. But of course, Bapak again, like just now's game, managed to clear off Team Secret. Great play from them. But then again, Bapak, ladies and gentlemen, we will hear from them in a little bit more. Stay. Don't go anywhere. Wait first.
We're gonna hop onto the game very soon, but yeah, we're gonna go and see what Bapak have to say.
jarang jumpa orang. Kalau jumpa pun most probably RSC ataupun H2O pun jumpa. Kalau last circle depends lah, team tu banyak, boleh tak ke tak. Normally you will be team secret dengan last circle dua tu ataupun Yoodo. Perasaan nak jumpa dia orang tu easy. Actually jumpa okay lah, kita orang macam jumpa dia orang, kita orang lagi excited lah lawan orang. Sebab kita orang suka challenge, kita orang nak fight orang, lagi perempuan kita orang dekat-dekat kan. So we get the most out of every fight lah kalau boleh. Team yang kita orang aiming sekarang
Rahsia. Of course lah, team rahsia. Team rahsia.
Team secret.
Team secret.
Tak ada sebab, because point dekat tu je. So kalau jumpa knock, terus push. Kalau dia lari, kita kejar.
Kalau memang cari lah kalau dapat.
Kalau secret, dia ada event macam $6 macam kan. Dia cancel. Biasanya untuk team secret, orang yang team raga UI, kita orang 6. Rasa dia orang tak ada beza, boleh skill level sama-sama je. Tapi we'll see lah, bila kita head on 4v4 tengok siapa menang UI ke 6.
Saya yang punya ya.
Kita orang sebenarnya rasa macam kita orang ni top tier with low expectation. Kita orang masuk PMPL ni tak target bottom kan. Kita orang just nak do our best and try to perform lah untuk semua orang, untuk Master Ramen especially. Sebab dia dah lama juga expose kita orang, so kita orang kejut yang kita orang appreciate lah apa dia buat untuk kita orang. And tak tahu nak cakap underdog boleh kan, sebab kita orang ada dua buah underdog. So tak tahu, kita tengah kan. Chicken dinner moment yang paling tak boleh lupakan would probably be Miramar. Miramar yang March 9,
Hari ke-10.
Hari ke-10. Sebab
macam dominate circle, betul kita kena pun 2 kali gitu Kita tiba-tiba chicken. Macam
kita orang boleh lost circle dekat atas tu, kita orang masuk tengah. And then circle shift sikit, so kita orang masuk circle lagi. And then from that point on, circle shift kat kita orang. So kita orang basically kita orang tunggu orang masuk kan.
dominate.
So
Tembak je.
Tembak.
high ground kan, tembak bawah. Plan kita orang as a team after PMPL is probably just relax dulu. Dah reset mindset kita orang, kuatkan back mental strength kita orang, buat just relax lah, kita relax dulu. And maybe baru last few days of bila PMPL nak start, baru kita orang training balik. Sebab ialah too much games can backfire you kan, so kita orang cuci baru. Because the mind is the strongest part of the body, so bila kita tak kuat, kita pun tak boleh game kan. Plan kita orang nak ke grand final, kita orang nak batal ke team. Nice. Aku pernah aku menunggu PUBG setiap game satu game. KD pukul 1 macam mana nak jadi pro macam orang, dia ajar.
First, aku kena banyakkan training lah. Kena hari-hari main klasik, main training ground, PDM. Kat situ aku boleh improve skill. Kedua, korang kena banyak main offline tournament dan dapatkan feel offline tournament tu.
Yang ketiga, bila korang main offline tournament or jumpa enemy ke, korang kena confident. And the baby.
Korang ni pro ke macam pro?
Macam tu.
Dulu.
Macam try lah. Sepanjang PMPL ni berjalan kita orang, masalah tu semua tim akan hadap. Untuk tim kita orang pula, kita orang banyak argue lah kan, kalau kita orang tu suruh kita orang akan mula blaming. Mula ada 2 phase, mula blaming. Lepas tu second phase, gaduh je. Few team, ni je lah selalu diam. Dia diam, korang kenapa ni? Korang ni dah segera-gera. Lepas tu kita orang somehow, someway, kita orang still manage to calm down and reset balik semua. Kita orang apa yang kita lepas, kita orang just borak mistake tu there and then. Jadi kita orang simpan dalam otak and then just reset balik semua dia. And so far it's been doing well for us. Koyak tu sekejap lah. Harapan kita orang untuk PMPL ni, first kita orang nak champion sebab saya rasa semua tak pernah rasa champion ni kalau dekat major tournament, so that would be a great start. And secondly, kita orang insyaAllah kita orang akan buat yang terbaik so that kita orang kalau ada rezeki lah kita orang akan main di global stage ni. That is probably everyone's dream. Semua player PUBG ni main kat global stage dengan top tier teams. Hi guys, kami dari Bapak. Pada masa recording ini kita orang top 1 alhamdulillah. Kami harap lepas recording ini dah dilepaskan kita orang rasa top 1.
Saksikan kami pada minggu ketiga.
Bapak.
Esport.
There you go. A little bit insight for Bapak. They said when they recorded it, they were top 1, but apparently they are still number 1 for now because they're still holding that crown for themselves. 855 we're talking about, but that's excluding the last point that they have for the last game. They will go way up higher than that if they keep it going because Yoodo Gang won't be playing today, which Yoodo Gang is actually on the second spot with 821 points yesterday for the total standing.
Correct. Yoodo Gang will only play tomorrow and the day after, so there's always opportunity for Yoodo Gang to catch up to them. But then again, this is the takeaway from these pro players that we can actually learn from them. What they keep saying is that you need to be calm, you need to be mentally focused when it comes to this sort of games because it's all about the mind games that you can see. Like they always say, like you need to keep like all the enemies, regardless of them, their whatever reputation that they have aside, everyone is the same. Everyone is the same playing field, and as Trixinity said, well, easy, right? You need to have that easy mentality that, okay, you're coming into this, like, we are the top gun, we are going to gun everyone down, and mental strength is the key.
That's quite true. When it comes to esports itself, it's all about the mind games. When we're talking about mind games, literally mind games. You have what messes with the mind is actually your own perspective regarding yourself, your belief, your trust with your friends, and what's more important, do you believe yourself to clutch things out? Do you believe yourself that you should be in this tournament or not? Because if you don't believe in yourself, there's no way you can move or even advance in this arena, because that's what it's all about, to have that strong, very strong mental strength, and also how you set your mind to whatever it is to take up the rest of the team out of your way. Make sure you get that number 1.
Correct. And of course, Bapak is one of the teams that actually have a really young player, only 16 years old, in 6, always making a comparison together with you high, even to down to like who's more good looking than each other. But then again, that's a cute way of just competing in this sort of competition where mind games play a lot. And of course, there's a mix of experienced players as well in the side of Bapak. We have Trixinity as well, who have gone through PMCO as well. So it's a good mix. You have a young talent, you have experienced players, and then you have a father figure in Master Ramen as well. So good overall setup for them. But of course, that is that. We are now into game number 2, the official game number 2. Next will be Erangel, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see our feature players, Hi, Biu, Bart, as well as Zolly on the board.
Yep, all hitting 5-digit marks for the total damage, double-digit for kills. Every single one of these teams had themselves at least one channel for Wow themselves. Tone Wow, they are really good when it comes to killing the teams, but when it comes to securing position, they're having a tough time. Look at this flight path favoring a little bit on the southern side of the map, which go down to Sanhok's military base, up from the a little bit west here. But I think I wish this is a balanced circle, because if the flight path is unbalanced, usually the circle will be either
as balanced as being in Ross Hook, right? Come on, you're Ross Hook. Come on.
please no do this to us.
Come on, Rasok Circle, here we go. But of course, unchallenged, definitely, we do expect that Team Secret will drop into Pachinki and Net Brotherhood. Bigetron looks like they will be on the side of Military Base Island, all together with FV Unbeatable as well. Oh, this. Yummy. Thank you, Circle God. Thank you.
Is what I said, and I can sense this something like this will happen. This is really smack in the middle, southern side of the map, middle of a circle, and it's literally so hard to predict. Will it be the last minute circle around the farm area that covers a little bit on the edge of it, or it will be just in the middle, which is gonna be a bridge fight. I love it. It's gonna be a bridge circle. It'll be beautiful. But we're hovering around Dingoz today, so well, nothing much around here somewhere. Most
Yeah.
of the teams are gonna play it quietly. I think everyone kind of memorized which team will be nearby to them and where they want to drop. So I don't think this is something, coincidence is not even a keyword for this game.
Yeah, no longer. But there are a couple of teams that actually changed their rotation or their drop points. So yeah, a little bit of difference here, especially for FV Unbeatable. It's unusual for them to be in the island, but look at this. Traitor versus Tara. Tara is just right outside of this little compound here that Olaf is all alone in. But looks like again, no big engagement. Arm just passing by two trader players, I'd say. Looks like he may want to go to the bridge first. Oh, okay. So Arms is playing the scouting, but just to make sure that no one is bridge camp at this point. But it is still early into the game.
Yep. Maybe not just a scout. He can loot all along the way, but Bigetron already waiting. We do know Bigetron always drop Novo, and they meet halfway. You can see how Kevin is also hovering around Arm kind of get the gist that there's a Bigetron that he knows exactly who they are because nobody else dropped Nova except for Bigetron, and this bridge will be kept by them. So Tara trying to get on the other side of the bridge from the mainland, return back the information to the rest of the team, making sure they are moving to another compound because apparently they are really low in terms of loot. They need to stock up first if they want to bridge camp, which has a long way to go.
That's pretty true. And now Team NoRecoil looks like they will be on the other side of the bridge where they may bump into Net Brotherhood. Oh man. Oh, Bapak, they are not at their Milta power. They do a different drop this time, right smack into the middle of the military base island. So now they are in the island early on. I don't think they came on road from there because we didn't see them coming through any bridges. So Bapak definitely dropped somewhere in the military island area. So now it's going to be it's starting to look crowded onto the bridge area. We can see Trader, Tara, Tolwa on one side of the bridge. Team NoRecoil may bump into H2O as well as Miss Rose equal Team Secret as well. Looks like they're going to make an early rotation into the circle. Yes, this is why we love these kind of circles. All the teams will converge with each other early on. We will see early engagement.
Everybody try to squeeze into Sanovska now. Imagine if the circle just have to be scamming most of these players and ended up in the mainland of me. I would cry if I'm the one of the players.
Oh yeah, that could possibly happen as well. Farm could possibly be it, or a bridge fight could be the final few circles. Maybe we can ask Matoy for tips there since he's always the circle shaman, but then again, he's too busy playing this game. Most of the teams actually eyeing the military base island, so I'm not sure who would want to guess to say that, okay, let's remain on farm and be lucky enough. This will be interesting to see then.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait the second circle to see is it favoring, or maybe it will be confirmed which island, is it the mainland or Sonovska base, because that will be around the third or fourth circle. I think probably on the third circle we can get the idea. Even the second circle can show us which island they're favoring most. But yeah, if it ended up in a bridge, that will be really tough because there will be multi-level of ground we're playing on. Those actually on the bridge, those under the bridge, and those under the water. So we're gonna have to wait and see where the circle ended up. But Impunity will taking the longest one for their journey towards inside of that safe zone. While the rest of the team, well, like you said, hopefully they have enough loot on them before they migrate into the circle, because I don't think Sanovska can occupy and loot and even equip all these 64 players in the game.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. Let's talk about early. Just look at this. Looks like Mesa, he has Divinity to deal with, and Mesa has been knocked down by the side of Divinity. Now Mesa is in trouble. GG come and try to save him, but Kratos has the long range crosshair on the side. Divinity impact now, taking a couple of damage, and now looks like they're going to go for it. The Barbarians are dropping by Dingoz with a lot of kills there. They have a reputation for killing there, and looks like Trixie managed to knock down a GG and finish him off. And now the Divinity is still holding on to this location. Kagura have been sent back to the lobby as well. Early on for the side of H2O, Kratos is still far away. Not looks like he will make a run for it. And oh my goodness, that grenade nicely onto Impact. Impact while he's looting there. What are they going to do here? Now two surrounding them, and they are right in the middle. Grenades will go off from Nuck, and well, will they land? We will see. Oh yes, it will.
Yep, Dingoz always being the first one to be out because he is actually the scout. Nooks trying to close this one out. There's not much left on their side for Dingoz. They just want themselves a chicken dinner, but this is really a turnaround event for them. Divinity trying to pop the smoke. Nooks have to set this one out. He has no intention, I think, to save Kratos because it's a big risk for Dingoz and they cannot even afford to lose more points here. Yeah, they got himself one chicken dinner with a racking number of kills, 70 kills in the last game, adding that to nil here if he also dies because no kill from this side of a team yet. They lost too much casualty for Dingoz, jumping over to Team Secret against Team NoRecoil. All friend, long-time rivalry between these two.
And those of you who don't know, there are two players from Team NoRecoil were actually teammates of Biu, Stewart as well as Cindy. I believe Cindy, right? If I'm correct.
Simbi and Stewart,
Yeah,
both
Cindy
of them
and Stewart.
used to be
Yeah, there you
in a Team Secret, but then, well, sometimes you have to part ways, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just like, ah man, you just have to remind me of my relationship. But then again, yeah, here we go. Moving on to Bapak. Looks like they need to relocate themselves. But then again, FV Unbeatable, they have eyes on side of Bapak from the high ground right now. Gatekeeping a little bit there. They do know the presence of Bapak around. Not going to be easy for Bapak with Kid overlooking this angle.
And now trying to reposition himself. Kid again, always be the one to just scout for the rest of the team here. We have been performing quite well with this lineup. We're talking about totally revamp for this week.
Yeah, total revamp indeed. So it's only the captain Grim is still in the team, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and now here we go. The circle looks like it will be unlikely to be on the main peninsula, and it's going towards, well, maybe somewhere over Bridge Camp or somewhere around Novo. So anything could happen here, but it's more likely towards the island of the military base.
I have a feeling it's gonna be a bridge circle right smack in the middle, and not just that, the island seems to not be favored at all. Yoodo will try to climb out the stairs on the second story because most of the teams by Team NoRecoil already camped themselves up there. We have also, if I'm not mistaken, that's either Aisha or Mate are right outside there waiting for the signal to take the shots from afar. UI already charging in the flag there. UI take whatever it is, and they will watch this one out. But we have incumbents on the tower there across that building. Two different buildings they're holding on to. Team NoRecoil. Stewart is outside, crossing that bridge. UI almost clipped it with the iron side. Oh, that net coming in from Insanus, hitting hard on Bilby and UI. They both knocked down, but the same time Stewart is far away. Simbi being knocked back into Insanus, just deny his points there, killing his own teammate Insomnus. Was it intentional or not? I'm not sure, but that deny 1 point for Team Secret in case they win this fight. They're really low, and now coming back here, Stewart joining in for the fight, ramming into the compound, but he got the wrong direction to start with. Arthur trying to get into the smoke, random space coming up with that assault rifle with the AK, winning this fight really, really close, and a thin win too. Team Secret got it away.
Oh man, the fight of the old friends. Looks like Team Secret shows they are the better one in this fight. But nevertheless, well, there are still a couple more games today, so that they can proof of point against each other. But just looking at this circle, the migration that's coming in from the teams, the Singaporean teams coming in a bit later there, Divinity as well as Impunity, they are a little bit far behind. FV looks like they have found their safe zone for now where they will wait out for this. FV, one of those teams who really need the points on the board, so hopefully they can get enough kills here with a combination of their position placement. So well, it's going to be tough for them, but they need to do the business. Now, of course, we're moving over to the Dingoz here. We do see here Nuk. Looks like he is traveling across. And oh, check this out. Traitor have the highest peak possible. Hopefully, they can hang on to this location for a good long time.
And then WoW just playing at the shoreline here. They are hoping that the circle will be around here somewhere. But you saw that circle just now. It was really unkind to most of these players. I know Cloud is cheering out for this. Really cherish the moment to see if the circle will be forever like that, or for all the games I know. But we don't have bridges for some of the maps. So sorry to say for you.
Oh yeah. Oh well, check this out. Arts now tanking out the blue zone in his boat. Well, H2O, boat, water, and they're still. Oh, hey, check this out. H2O, they are playing with 3 team members apparently. So let's see. YK. Oh, okay. YKV is not playing here. Arts Kagura and Kai Arts being the last team member. Now he needs to use the medkit because he needs to tank out the blue zone. There's still 15 teams more, so you don't want to be the last team to actually bow out at this point. And now the circle is just unkind. Just look at the number of people forced out and that small piece of land. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Look at Tara coming out from the sea area around Novo. Team Secret were forced to tank the blue quite a lot, but at the same time, Tara, can they make it on the southern side of Sonovska military base? So many teams already camped that one out, especially Bigetron. This is DR Fortress we are talking about. They have been holding this as well as Nat. But look at that, firing open pre-fires from Rose Esports, Syndicate, and FV, shooing away the team that whoever tried to pass by.
Yep, Miss Rose Esports needs to try to get into the circle because they are closing. And now Psycho looks like he's low now. He does have a first aid kit which he will use right now. And his teammates, the vehicles are also damaged badly. Psycho not sure will he continue to use the vehicle or will he go on foot. Net on the other hand does have FV Unbeatable on the other side of the terrain that he will need to deal with, and the shots do go out there but does not connect enough. Luxy is all alone. He does have a buggy, so he will relocate himself together with his teammates. They are in the circle.
And they know this map and Bigetron too well enough than anybody else, but that US or UAZ to be exchanged with another car because apparently it will explode very soon, and I don't think it's good news if they're still hovering around with that vehicle.
Yeah, not good news for them to hang on to that, but looks like they do have their compound to them, so they can hang on to this for a moment while the other teams fight off each other. Talking about fighting off each other, looks like the Dingoz now have Divinity to deal with. It's just across the Nuk here, popping out the smoke, hoping to reset himself. Net Brotherhood in a comfortable position for now, but can't say the same for Resurgence. Small ball pops out the energy drain. In front of them is Divinity. For them to get into that island, it's gonna be tough for them, and this is why I love challenging circles, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's why I despise Resurgence. Voki is trying to do whatever he can to survive with the takes of that HP third circle. Every percent that been take is taking their toll on the HP bar. Look at that. Every second matters now. Divinity really need to just climb themselves up here. They have to cross from the mainland to the southern side of the map. And apparently there's not much boat to work with. And there's also only one way. Woki knocked down Impact, taking the advantage for the kill points. They caught themselves only 3 players, but still racking up 6 kills there for Divinity.
It's interesting. So both Singaporean teams, H2O and Divinity, they are playing with 3 players though. And now check out the circle. It's really small here. let's see here. The circle is really small here, and there's only like maybe 60% of land that you can see. Bigetron, they are fending this out. Any vehicle who comes by, they will try to take them out. And now Rocky, Hydra, and team, they still have this area to themselves. Impunity, Jaeger have been taken out by the play zone, so not looking good for the side. Impunity, Rectify as well have been sacrificed to the play zone as well. Team Secret, on the other hand, have FV to deal with.
Why shots chip a lot of HP there a bit from this lopsided nades throwing out. Now he's tossing another one. There's a lot of utility. BB managed to get Grim from that side with explosion off vehicle. They are forcing them to stay in the blue. Avi cannot move. I should keep on tossing. The net hitting one right on top of FV9 there. Yoodo tried to save his friend, but it's almost impossible. Aisha making sure that he will have no place to go. Whole team being wiped out straight from Aisha's red dot side only with assault rifle, taking their place at 11th for Team FV. Unbeatable is beatable right now.
Yeah, looks like they have been beaten by Team Secret. Bilby is knocked, but then again gets a revive onto him, and now they still maintain 4 team members. We're now down to top 10, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like on the other side, look at the kill feed. Bapak getting a couple of kills onto Net Brotherhood, and now Net Brotherhood and Bapak to deal with. We have seen that Bapak, they are really good at hanging onto their compound, and the community connect onto Luxy. Bandages will go out here. Not going to be easy for them to pass by this.
Oh, Nan, they're trying to relocate himself because it's 2 stories of buildings we're talking about. Bapak jumping, puckering away for tricks. He needs to get the other way around. His friend Jenny already knocked down, bleeding out at that point. 6 need an extra hand too. Rose Esport engaged to it. Net at the same time. They've been pinned down by so many teams here for Net Brotherhood because Bapak is breathing down their necks, and Net have to find a way out, which apparently have no space to squeeze out of this really tough spot.
It's really going to be tight for them because, well, even if they pass by here, just look at the minimap here. Another team is actually closing in, so it's not going to be good news for these teams, especially for Bapak right now. There could be a third party here coming in by Miss Rose Esports. So Miss Rose Esports calculating their move. Do they want to go in third party now, or can they chill first? They are all in the circle right now, so a patience game can happen.
And Bapak just finished off a tie. Just took one more from Bapak side, but Team Secret having a great time. Mate straight out his crosshair. Asa will have no way to crawl out of here. And Traitor, the rest of the team seems like nowhere to be seen. Bapak, pick up health. Oh, he didn't manage to click that one out. That's really close up time. Managed to win that war just now. But Team Secret have it a go against Traitor right now. He's on his knees. You are being punished, Olaf. That's a long distance shot coming up from Aisha. One tap to knock him off.
Oh, one tap to knock him off, and Ninja now is... Oh, Ninja for a formation, knock off Matoy. And now Team Secret is falling apart. iShots is the only team member for Team Secret. It's going to be tough for him, but then again, they do have to face against Traitor now with Ninja as well. One-on-one iShots versus Ninja. Who is the true Ninja or is the true shooter? iShots, the true shooter, managed to knock off Ninja, sending Traitor back to the lobby, and Team Secret still remain in this game.
That was really a nice call coming out from Aisha, taking most of the teams down, but he has to survive this alone. Tara, on the other hand, still have 4 men on their side. Rose Esports Syndicate. Oh, he slipped through! Ling, he dropped from that cliff there, but he needs to climb out ASAP because we do know anytime now, 10 seconds ticking, it will be the blue closing in. Rose Esports Syndicate trying to do the same, working with the cliff at the shorelines, and now they were supposed to take that airdrop for Tara, who happens to be right in front of them. Bigetron managed to pin down a couple of members from Divinity. They are not for the time being. Rocky finish off Impact later on. Rose Esports Syndicate being engaged by 1 coin just now.
Oh, looks like not so good for Tara because they have Miss Rose Esports to deal with below there, leaving 1 player at the edge below. It's not going to be good news for that 1 person, but again, not much the people on the top can do because the angles are just too tight here. And now just look at this. Miss Rose Esports, they are in the middle of the circle. They have good positioning. Bigetron from just now, they are prime position. This is their house. This is their house. Everyone wants to come in here, needs to pay tribute to them, and that tribute will be in terms of their life. We will see in this game. Netbrother is still hanging on to their position.
But Rose Esports Syndicate, if they are discovered, they will stuck in between these two sister team, Tara and Net Brother, trying to get as much kills. But now they already engaged with the twin sister here. But Rose Esports, oh baby Jimmy, he has to jump that one off. But Link will be taken out advantage by Luxy 98 from the back. That Lyrian took down baby Jimmy at the same time. Finish off Rose Esports Syndicates. Hopefully they are still standing there, holding on to that cliff. For Rose Esports, we have a couple of members left, which is Jojo bleeding out. We have also Fateh still playing a solo here. Gonna have to confront against Hi from Team WoW.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to confront here, but looks like Bigetron still hanging strong. They do have 14 members still, and this is again their house, so everyone has to pay tribute to them. Luxy just gatekeeping Tara from coming in. Tara only has an open road to come in. There is no way else that they can like sneakily come in. It's not gonna be easy for them. Look at this. Eye shots, Resurgence, Fateh, they are somewhat in within the compound, and now the circle will close it. Just look at it now. The circle will not favor Bigetron anymore. Their turn to move. Some challenge given to the side of Bigetron.
Just Tara all the way, the only team that actually inside of that circle. But we're looking at Net Brotherhood is around at the edge as well. So the sister team have to fight out for siblings rivalry there. Fateh stuck in between with Hi with smoke covering both of them up. X, I'm waiting for the opportunity. We're looking at Resurgence, small boy with Y2K coming out from behind, rotating, and eye shot. He have to pull this one solo all the way.
And now Bigetron managed to get themselves back into the circle, so they are fine for now. But Resurgence looks like they're playing a little card piece here by the side. Small boy, the shots do go out. Now Small boy is low, and he will be knocked down from afar with Tara right now. Lots of them on their knees from the outside. Y2K being the sole survivor for Resurgence, getting himself into the circle. Trying to, though, he is still outside the circle, but he needs to get passed by Net Brotherhood. Luxy is in a structure. He just jumped out there, and Y2K does see Luxy. And now Atai 10K have been sacrificed. Resurgence looks like Y2K managed to kill off Luxy, and now he will have a free passage into the circle.
Yeah, Resurgent dying a small boy just now was a crucial moment because he passed back critical information to the team, but at the same time, Aisha's coming in. He managed to clutch that one out with a hell of a Bigetron from that side. Kills it away from Hydra, but now Aisha will be in the same spot as what happened just now. Hydra trying just raining down bullets on that ample of smoke there, and now they won't let this one go. Bigetron have the most men right now, 4 men all alive. Team Secret Aisha is still trying to survive here. I don't see any of Net or Tara. They have been wiped out. Rose Esports Syndicate playing this, sitting this one out quietly. Aisha will be the target of Bigetron because of what just happened. We're down to 2 teams. Will this be? I think this is kind of obvious. Bigetron will get this one out.
Oh, this is the house of Bigetron, and the blue zone looks like it will eat out Fateh. Fateh may sacrifice himself to the blue zone right here. Let's see, what will he do? He does have a medkit. He still goes for the loot there. Maybe he still want to hang on, but maybe this will be the moment that it will be worthwhile to just sacrifice himself to the blue zone. But looks like he is still going for the first hit again and again. I'm not too sure what is he expecting out of this really. It's going to be really tight for Fateh. I'm just being realistic here, and Fateh just going at it. First aid kit by first aid kit.
Yeah, he is trying to play with his big right out in the open, but Fateh, he still wants to challenge that for more. He's like, nope, I'm gonna take as long time as I need, even though this chicken is gonna be Bigetron. Take it away, their first chicken dinner for the final week here. Finally making an entrance. This team that's been invited, showing off their thanks.
Yep, showing off their fags, and a smirk from Boyka on the poster. Yeah, he's smirking right now because the circle, this is Bigetron's circle really, because the circle come to their comfort zone, which is their own that's their house really. That is the house of Bigetron. So everyone comes down, please bow down to the house of Bigetron before you enter. They know every inch of this house. They can take the kills. They know where to be at, where to position themselves. So Bigetron, actually this game is for them.
And they are holding the circle quite right. Even though Tara, they almost had it with Net Brotherhood, but they were going at it way too soon. At the same time, that gives Bigetron a huge space to walk in freely with nobody to actually take that chicken away from them. It was a nice call coming out. Rose Esports Syndicate actually got themselves almost the first place, their second placement, and that make it a lot of improvement when we talk about the score and the points. But they need over 100 points to make it up to the top 16. They are currently with 321 for the last time we're looking at their current standings, which are actually make them at the 20 or 90 spot, the 20th spot there. So they need to rack up at least 200 points to make sure they got themselves at the top 16.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see. I think it's still possible as well. Looking at how they've been performing, getting second place here, it'll be interesting to see actually how many kills they have overall for this game. But then again, getting this second place, it's really important for them. That goes what, like was it 17 points? Was it for second place, something like that? 17, 18 points, which is quite significant. So 18 points. There you go. Coupled with the number of kills, probably they can get from this game maybe 20-ish points or maybe 30 points depending on the number of kills. But that is just a second game, so they still have the number of games today to collect those points. It's quite hopeful for Miss Rose Esports if they continue to be consistent.
Yeah, they need to have at least 100 points by end of today and another one tomorrow, because after that they cannot be playing anymore, because we do know all the teams have only 2 days left, including today, to get themselves more points. That each team, especially the ones that not in the top 16, are to be expected to have 100 point each. We're talking about 20 point each game if they can consistently get that for every 5 games minimum. That's minimum, barely minimum.
Yeah, that's why it's going to be tough now going into the last week, the last round robin. That's where you start to play catch up instead of like you can chill and do whatever you want. So yep, it's not a good feeling, but it needs to be done. Some team needs to pay the price of not performing week 1 and week 2. But of course, coming back to the highlights for this game, this is of course against Erangel and the circle. I so love it.
Anyway, I just despise it. And you guys know why. But Dingoz, they had a good chicken dinner run last time, but this time it's been denied entirely. Almost the first team to be out. But lucky enough, they got one man to actually carry it out until the middle game there. But Team Secret have been ambushed by Team NoRecoil at first, taking the fight quite nicely done. But at the same time, they got rammed up with a huge explosion of nade coming out from Imson's just now, almost flipped the table over. That it almost had it for Team Secret. They almost lost it actually. They barely get that whole team wiped just now.
Yeah, it was really close. It was a good thing that actually Stewart actually got a lot of damage that he need to relocate inside and make a U-turn later, leaving his team members exposed for a bit more longer. But then again, it was good play by Yuhai actually to just spray those shots. But just look at this, Bapak just showing their dominance in this compound, but not too long. Net Brotherhood just had to budge in, and this is the last play by Team Secret.
But still racked themselves a quite number of kills with top 10 placement there. Tara and Nat, they picked the fight way too soon. The rest of the team just clean up their mess, which is none of them Bigetron who does that best. Because we do know Bigetron when it comes to, oh well, it just happened for Tara. I'm still sorry for Resurgence there, but small boy, this is a very crucial sacrifice coming up for him, because he passed information to Y2K who's at the back there, making sure that there's so many teams in front of them.
And now just look at this, the movement from Bigetron coming, even the circle is not on their side. When they move into the circle, they have a free pass because they know the terrain so much for this area that they know, okay, we can spread out. Someone takes this corner, and we can get into the circle. And now when it comes to just 4 versus 1, I guess everyone knows the answer by that.
We're gonna jump into the standing to see the overall for this match, second match for today, which was Erangel. Bigetron managed to pump themselves up quite a lot of kills there, 13 kills. I think they got themselves only 42 kills on the last game. That like over 10 kills, if that's 2 kills on the last game, it was 11 kills this game around. 41 points at that. Dingoz MZ 38 points. Team Secret MY with third placement here, 30 points with 16 kills. Resurgence 9 kills, 26 points, 20 kills. Net Brother 11 kills, 4 kills for each of the team. Miss Rose, Syndicate and Proyecto X 19 and 17 points respectively with 2 kills on FB. Unbeatable still on the first page here with total of 17 points.
Oh, frankly, it does feel like an easy game for Bigetron. No disrespect though, but Bigetron, if you say that the number of kills from the previous game was like 3 or 4, they probably got like 9 kills this game, getting themselves a chicken dinner. This just really shows that, well, it's everyone else fighting off each other and we can chill behind, and that's what happens. They still got that chicken dinner, first place on the board. Well, can't really complain about that. Every Unbeatable, on the other hand, looks like they are climbing themselves to page 1 of the standings right now. This is really, really important for them because they need every single point they can get. Same goes for Proyecto X as well as Esports, Miss Rose Syndicate. So these are some of the hopeful teams. Looks like they're still doing well so far. Hopefully they can hang on to this.
Yeah, but especially we're talking about Tonewao Esports today. Tonewao, they need not much point. If they can secure another 100 over points, that would be perfect for them. But currently they are actually on the 30 standing. We're going to jump into the second page. Bapak are not doing well at all this week. They did kind of manage to emerge yesterday, but not too much. 13 points, 5 kills. So the DivinityEsport with 7 kills, 12 points. Same tie with Axis MPX, 4 kills, 12 points there. 9 points tie for Team NoRecoil and Tonewao Esports, 7 kills respectively for Team NoRecoil, 2 kills for Tonewao.
Yep, and now looks like Tonewao Esports with 9 points, Traitor Esports 6 points, Impunity SG 2 points, Team H2O with 2 points. Impunity, if I'm not mistaken, they are one of the teams that actually played with 3 players. Same goes for Team H2O. So well, it's gonna be tough if you don't have the numbers on your side, especially if you're fighting against this sort of top team. So well, you really need that number on your side. So I'm not too sure what happened to one of the team members, but yeah, we'll probably get to know a bit soon. Probably I drop YKB a text and just see how's it going on the side.
Yeah, maybe we should do that. At the same time, DivinityEsport, even though they got only 3 men on their side just now, but that last game, they killed 6 people or 6 players just on that last game. That's quite a lot of points there coming up from Divinity. If only they can keep this one now, but then it's too hard to catch up. Dingoz Nuke still managed to get the first place, 8 points of kills there, with second coming up second Secret. I shot 7 kills. Bigetron Rocky with 7 kills as well. UI squeezed in this time again at 4th placement with 5 kills, and Dingoz Kratos at 5 kills as well.
Well, glad to see that Aisha's getting into the board. He has been doing a lot of work for the side of Team Secret, getting those kills, showing that he's also not only sniper for the team, but he can also do close quarters combat, like how we see him versus Ninja in the previous game. He did really well one-on-one matchup, and it was pretty tight really. Ninja also managed to pull off a couple of damages onto the side of iShots, but then again, we all remember that iShots was the better player between Ninja at that game. And of course, Dingo is still hanging on to their 2 players on the overall match stats, with Nuk as well as Traitor on the board. Max kill distance 303, pretty decent sort of distance, but very little total headshots actually in this map.
Yeah, I think the 303 maximum kill distance was the sniping moment to be killed steered away when Bigetron Hydra took that one. Remember when it was a 1v1 for iShot just now, but it got steal away right in front and under his nose, Hydra across that map. But Bigetron had the game all the way because they have all 4 men alive, and they walked in. They migrate a little bit late. It's their island in the first place. So North Sky and Novo has always been is either Net Brotherhood or Bigetron gonna drop there.
Correct. That's why I say it's the moment the circle comes out. Okay, firstly, it's, after by the 3rd or 4th circle, it starts to shrink onto the side of Big. Okay, yeah, it's their game, it's their house. People will need to come in and pay tribute to them, and true enough, they pay tribute in terms of life, giving over to the side of Bigetron. Not many kills that they need to have but it's just everyone fighting of each other, man. Bigetron is just standing there like, yeah, sipping their coffee and like, yeah, you guys can play it off. We'll come and wipe you guys out. And of course, we all know Bigetron is good at coming in at the later stages.
That's quite true. That's the thing I said about rotation. If you get like the data or even the information when this team will rotate, because some teams are quite persistent. I'm talking about Matai especially. I've seen him playing back then with Illuminate and in PMCO. Every single time there's less than 30 seconds left on the clock to actually migrate into another circle or into the next phase of the game, they'll make sure they reposition themselves as soon as possible to be at least at the edge of a circle, so they are not being forced to stay in the blue or even pressured, like being sandwiched. Either you have to pick the blue or you have to take out the fight in front of you. They don't want to be gatekept, and some of teams actually did that, and that's how Bigetron can get, if only they actually do this, that kind of get the calculations going for the timing of each of a team when they start to move. You can avoid all the teams that you don't want to fight and making sure you only take the fight for the last couple of circles there, which I think where it really matters, because you know that's where you need to win, and that also gives you extra points in the last minute.
Yeah, absolutely agree. It's not only about, okay, from the start you have to take fight after fight after fight. You will exhaust your resources. You will be mentally tired as well. So it's also smart, like what you say, just come in a little bit later. Sometimes, well, third partying, as much as a lot of people sort of despise this sort of tactics, but it's actually one of the better ways to actually get those kills on the board and secure yourself in the positioning points. So it's actually not a bad tactic. Actually, it's the same as some people say, oh, it's camping back. Well, not really. The objective of the game is to get positioning points, couple of kills here and there earns you points, but overall we have seen, well, positioning points, kill points, good mixture is good.
Yeah, basically it's just balancing the position and the kill points there, and pick only the fight that you need to pick and not just grinding. You can do that. You're like a truck, or you call it a bulldozer, just smash away everybody, whoever stand in your way. You can do that. Grinding all the way up there is also an option, which means you need to make sure you have to move, keep on the move and moving very fast at that. And one more thing, have to have really good composure and really great communication within the team, and need to reset yourself as soon as possible. We're talking about less than 10 seconds reset here, and then jumping into another compound. That's hopping, where you keep on changing your compound and target after one another. But at the same time, it's more stable to play where you need to pick the fight,
Yeah, resetting in not only in terms of in-game where you need to reload and all that, but also resetting yourself mentally, because like how we see in the interview from Bapak, mental is really, really important. So resets all around, because you need to take a deep breath after sometimes it's a big fight, like, okay, before someone comes in, that sort of feeling as well. It's not only about in-game but outside the game too.
There you go. Insight from us commentators here who's not playing the game. That's why we'll be sitting here and not as good as they are. But you can take our points if you want. I don't mind. But we're gonna have to wait for the third game after this, because we're gonna hop on into another break. Make sure you guys go to the toilet now, because there's more action coming on for the next game.
New kings winning this fight tonight with our name lit up in lights. We are the new kings. This is our time to shine. Set it off like dynamite.
Halo, saya Naki dari tim Geek Fam.
Hello, nama saya Mamparang daripada tim Yoodo Gang.
Saya Boyka daripada Bigetron.
大家好，我是 Team NoRecoil 的 Stone
Hello, I'm Kuza from VIP Squad.
Saya Han X daripada tim Bosskurr.
Ya, saya Emi Muhammad.
Hi guys, I'm Chichu Gaming.
Hello guys, saya Secret on the Go.
Hi, saya J Hunter.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the PMPL. My name's Contra, and I am the caster as well as the operations manager for Resurgence. So as you all know that there is a virus spreading around, which is the COVID-19. So here are some tips to stay safe during this critical moment.
So langkah yang pertama, korang kena basuh tangan selama 20 saat menggunakan air dan sabun.
Langkah kedua, adalah menggunakan hand sanitizer bila anda tidak dapat membasuh tangan.
若没能洗手，可以使用含有酒精成分的消毒剂来洗手。
Nombor 3, elakkan memegang mata, hidung dan mulut korang ketika tangan korang kotor.
Jika batuk dan bersin, tutup mulut dan hidung menggunakan tisu.
Pakai mask jika anda pergi keluar ataupun anda pergi ke tempat yang ramai orang. Jika anda tidak pakai, sememangnya sangat-sangat berbahaya.
Avoid crowded areas and taking public transportation.
Okey, tips dia adalah korang kena minum air, kerap minum air dan makan vitamin dan bersenam setiap hari untuk menguatkan stamina badan.
Jikalau anda pada batuk ataupun bersin, jangan lupa untuk tutup bahagian hidung dan mulut anda supaya orang lain tidak mendapatkan virus tersebut.
Jika anda mengalami demam atau apa-apa kesakitan atau apa-apa jenis kelemahan, pastikan anda berjumpa dengan doktor dengan segera ataupun pakar perubatan. Bermula dengan saya dan juga korang, kita perlu bekerjasama untuk mengelakkan dan menghapuskan virus corona ini ataupun dikenali sebagai COVID-19.
Laksi jatuhkan NSP, memang dua pasukan ini selalu sangat berjumpa.
Selamat Ninja.
Kali ini QB
sekarang ini bukan trik Smithy dengan satu shotgun untuk mencari target beliau, dia tidak nampak. Lihat, tetapi dia akan dijatuhkan. Geek Fam macam ada control fight ni sekarang ni, walaupun kehilangan satu player, mereka akan dapat secara mudah beberapa skill dekat dia. Maka tinggal 2 saja lagi, stay impact dan juga dia dijatuhkan, maka tinggal 1 lagi. Bandage sudah pakai kat sini, dia akan dapat kill tersebut. Nyawa tu agak rendah dekat sini, tetapi dia akan terus menggunakan medic kit.
Ya betul. Tim Divinity ni memang satu tim yang tidak ada segentar. Biarpun dia lawan dengan siapa kau Kifan, tak apa, dia nak masuk juga. Dan Lucifer mendapatkan skill kata Naoki tadi. Sekarang ni QB di dalam sedikit dia tahu ada orang sini. Baling satu bom, terpantul tapi letupan. Oh, dia pun nak buat seperti apa yang dilakukan oleh Boki semalam. Dia nak buat trap itu.
Tapi ini adalah satu lontakan yang baik sebenarnya kalau dia boleh melantun masuk dalam bilik, berjaya ataupun tidak. Berlaku, yap, memang menjadi.
Ya, tapi pasukan Geek Fam akan dapatkan 3 orang dia bangun kembali. Dan pilihan di tangan Divinity. Dia nak selamatkan dulu kembali ataupun execute terus. Oh, tu dia lompatan daripada Naoki. Macam nak komit kepada pembunuhan ini. Nampaknya mereka akan buat benda ini.
1 untuk 4 mungkin. Kedua timnya saya rasa tak begitu banyak item-item healing, terutamanya Divinity. 1 je heal yang tinggi, 1 lagi tidak. Naoki masuk dengan satu GP 43 bulan. Naoki mula menembak dekat sini. Kalau dia masuk tingkap, dia akan mati. Satu target dia dah, Naoki tembak, kena pada headshot dekat situ. Naoki dapat 2 dekat sini. Naoki dapat 1, Naoki dapat 2. Dia rata. Lihat kalau Yoodo dapat mengeluarkan PS.
Oh, mungkin juga di sini Drax melakukan tindakan yang begitu garang sekali. Dia nak cari Team Secret. Yuhai dengan Biu duduk bersama-sama. Drax telah pun menyediakan bom tangan untuk membaling pan-pan dia jatuhkan oleh ESG. Satu pan tapi Biu baru saja heal. Dia akan menerima isyarat bahawa bom telah pun sampai. Mato juga dia jatuh Traitor. Siapa akan jatuh tapi kini datang Drax. Satu lagi tembakan mudah. Biu akan perlu backup pada waktu ini. Drax cuba menyelamatkan keadaan tapi tidak dapat. Mata telah pun dibunuh. Biu terbakar ke atas Drax. Cantik. Drax akan dijatuhkan oleh Biu. Maka Team Secret ada peluang yang lebih baik berbanding dengan pasukan Secret. Dia ada peluang yang lebih baik berbanding dengan pasukan Yoodo sekarang ni. Tapi Manparang akan cari last man. Shot! Free shot! Ke atas Manparang dan Fredo cuba backup tadi tapi tak sempat. Shot lawan Fredo 1v1. Keluar benda lain. Dan siapakah yang akan dapat kill tersebut? Tidak nampak pada skrin kami. Rata dah. Belum lagi.
Ada lagi dekat sini. Nampak 1v1 antara Shot dan juga kawan-kawan. Sebenarnya Fredo masih cuba membangunkan Manparang dari Yoodo untuk menantarkan sini. Fredo melawan dengan Shot.
Oh, rata.
Sangat besar dekat sini. Jump mendapatkan MRE Andy dikeluarkan secara langsung top 3 untuk Yoodo.
Ya, tapi untuk Yoodo sekarang ini siapa yang mati dulu? Adakah Bosskurr ataupun Last Survivor? Nampaknya macam Last Survivor akan menjadi nombor 3. NSP pun, ya betul. Memang itulah dia. Berada Walaupun tidak dapat mengulangi kejayaan Chicken Dinner semalam, tetapi dia akan mendapat nombor 2 dan pasukan Yoodo Gang akan mengejar dia di dalam kompang kecil ini. Syabas diucapkan.
Selama dengan terus lah mencari berada. Game sudah pun.
As a team, I feel that we played very well. At first it was pretty hard. We were stumbling a lot of problems up and down, new strategy and different opponents. And after a while we get used to it, we learn, and because of our coach and our management, and we strive. Yeah.
Bapak FV dos
Masa early game kita selalu jumpa dengan FV lah sebab drop tempat sama kan. And then masa late game selalu rotasi jumpa dengan DOS dengan Bapak. Kita tak ada aim sesiapa lah. Kalau sesiapa yang cross our path, kita makan.
Makan.
Ya, kita rasa kita sendiri.
Kita sendiri ya?
Top team.
Underdog lah.
Dua-dua lah.
Tengah-tengah lah. In the middle of the
underdog. Middle dog.
Middle dog.
Sebab kita orang confident lah kan.
Sebab kita confident.
Kalau confident kena cakap top team. Ini middle dog ni buat apa?
Nah, kita kan first week kita gini. Gini. Second week kita gini.
Oh, gini.
Nanti kita ke atas lagi.
Oh, ke atas lagi tu baru top team. Oh, sekarang middle dog lah.
Kita middle dog.
Oh, okey. Terima.
Chicken Dinner tu sebab saya rasa circle dekat bootcamp So, kita orang semua pun fasih pasal bootcamp. Dia punya celah-celah, dia punya
Oki pun king of bootcamp.
Orang tempat lahir dia lah.
Orang kata tempat lahir dia.
So, siapa datang bootcamp memang dia bantai.
Tempat makanan dia.
More confident lah kalau ke Sanhok tu dekat bootcamp. A lot of confident lah. 101% lah I think. 100%. Moment dia.
At first dia kita masuk, kita jumpa dengan FV kan atas bukit.
Ya,
tak, masuk Bapak.
Masuk bootcamp.
Kita jumpa FV yang atas bukit tu, dia turun dan Iron dengan boy cover lah, dia tembak. Lepas tu yang dalam rumah tengah tu Dingoz, betul tak?
Ya.
Lepas tu rumah Boki, so dia sendiri lah buat kerja dia sendiri.
Dia ibarat main solo squad lah. Bila di tengah tu memang tempat lahir dia. I go alone.
Memang kita kucak kacir, tapi itu strategi kita.
Itu kita orang dah atur kalau main kat bootcamp. Sebab kita orang selalu kadang main solo squad dekat bootcamp. So itu strategi. Buat kerja sendiri je kat bootcamp.
Dan kita orang ke grand final satu je. Confident.
Itu plan ke?
Itu kira plan juga. Kalau kau tak plan, kau confident, kau tak boleh main.
Kita orang akan gunakan strategi
kucak kacir
3-4-1, kucak kacir, putar belik. Kalau orang kata putar belik tu, dia orang tahu lah. Kalau ayah kata putar belik, kita tahu macam mana. Kita orang akan guna strategi di luar kotak.
Di luar kotak. Think out of box.
Think a lot of box.
Think a lot of box.
Think out of box. Serius ni? Serius?
Untuk player yang baru belajar PUBG ni, saya rasa kena banyakkan kotak. Baru dapat belajar mistake dari mana. Sebab kau mati, kau akan tahu kenapa kau mati, sebab apa. So kau akan belajar benda baru. And jangan takut kena kecam dengan kawan. Abaikan toksik. Sebab benda-benda tu buat korang down. So tak payah kisah pasal toksik ke kecam-kecam ke, biar je. Sebab apa yang korang nak buat, korang rasa betul tu buat je. Dan tengok, kalau betul-betul nak main competitive player, banyakkan tengok tournament luar negara, belajar rotation, form team.
Yes.
Tengok replay, dan itulah.
Yes.
Main solo squad.
Yes.
Dia cara nak survive lama, main solo squad tiap hari. Setiap hari.
4 jam sehari ke?
Yes.
Contohilah kami selalu suka.
Yes.
Pro klasik.
Yes.
Halangan kita selalu hadapi ialah masa kita rotate dah sampai tempat tu, lepas tu circle tu shift. Dia circle tu buat scam lah. Dia selalu scam kita dan dia ni suruh dia cari circle dia pun yes. Dia tu cari circle pergi cari circle mati. Yes. So itulah halangan kita yang selalu kita hadapi dan kebanyakan masa-masa kita turun tak ada kenderaan. Itu pun salah satu halangan. Loot tak cukup pun salah satu halangan. Tak ada score, tak ada heal, peluru pun miskin, itu pun halangan. Semua halangan. Tapi itulah, tak ada benda yang senang untuk kita buat masa sekarang. Sebab hidup semua not perfect. So kita kena cari.
Ada satu lagi.
Full of halangan.
Ada satu lagi. Tim yang paling kuat adalah tim yang daripada luar circle masuk ke dalam circle.
Iya. Itu kita kena ingat. So
circle bukanlah halangan, tapi yang halangannya circle.
Okey.
Betul lah.
Macam mana kita nak overcome problem tu? Sembahyang. Kita kena yang Muslim kena solat, yang Chinese kena pergi tokong sembahyang.
Supaya luck to earth.
Luck akan jadi
halangan.
So tak adalah halangan.
No halangan.
Biar dipermudahkan segala urusan.
No halangan, no problem.
Jangan
halangan, no problem.
Jangan disebabkan kau nak dipermudahkan kau pergi solat ke apa, tapi kena sentiasa ikhlas. Ikhlas semua ikhlas.
Harapan kita orang dapat ke global final. World
Championship of the ship.
Sebab
orang akan pergi.
Sebab di world nanti ada lagi banyak top team yang kita akan jumpa. Salah satu ialah
Our Master
lah, RQ. Betul lah RQ. So kita harap kita pergi sana kita akan fight dengan dia orang sebab dia orang akan apa ni, kalau kita fight dengan dia orang kita akan belajar banyak benda daripada dia orang. Walaupun kita kalah tapi kita tetap akan dapat belajar sesuatu. So tak salah kalau kita kalah. Tak salah pun kalau kita cuba. So itulah.
Yes. Oh yes.
Oh yes. Semua yes.
Yes. I know.
Yes.
That is right. Okay.
Hello guys, kami daripada Resurgence. Jangan lupa support kita orang dekat PSA.
Yes.
Aku tak ingat tu dah nak cakap apa. Hello guys, kami daripada Resurgence. Jangan lupa support kita orang di PPL. InsyaAllah kita orang akan ke global final.
Yes.
Resurgence.
in this fight tonight with our name lit up in lights. We are the new kings. This is our time to shine. Set it off like dynamite.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum, and we are right now at PUBG Mobile Professional League PMPL 2024 MYHG Malaysia and Singapore, which is brought to you by none other than Tencent Games, PUBG Corporation, Lightspeed, and Quantum Studios. And you're watching it live on Facebook Gaming. I'm here, Choo Choo, and there's also Sir Cloud. He's at his own place. So we're gonna jump into the game number 3, match number 3 on our 16-day final week. We're talking about final week, just final week, you know, final of the week.
Yeah, just final week, final round robin, final set of matches, all these teams. Now, if you're wondering why H2O was playing with 3 teams just now, why KV did not manage to play, because he apparently had an emergency, so hopefully everything's okay. So he had to sit out of the previous match, but I'm not sure if he's going to come back in the next match as well. We need to wait and see, or will there be a sub coming in? I do know that H2O they have a sub player that they can put in, but we need to see later on if they do bring the sub player or YKB plays again. But nevertheless, next match is going to be in Vikendi, ladies and gentlemen. So far so good. None of the teams that we haven't seen a repeated chicken dinner yet today, even a follow-up from yesterday to today. So it's going to be still up for everyone's game, really.
Quite true. Vikendi, when we talk about, like I always mention this, when it comes to the smaller map, it's always about a wild card game. Anybody can take away that game, and we're talking about Bigetron got themselves that last chicken dinner. They were very outstanding when it comes to first week of Vikendi, but then they kind of lost it in between, just like how Geek used to take Miramar on their side. Bigetron as well, they always had a clean wipe for Vikendi, but then in week 2 they kind of lost their footing, lost their momentum, kind of in the pits for a bit, tried to find a way out of that wall that hit them every way possible. And now we're jumping back into the game where can Bigetron pull out another chicken dinner out of their hat, because Bigetron, apparently the players are really going on towards the stardom here. We're talking about Boyka as the coach, and he's one of the world best coach right now, because they are actually had him in the globals back then last year, which his team got the first champion. So that's the champions coach we're talking about.
Yeah, that's the champions coach as well that we're talking about. So he does know what he's doing, and I can see that with the inclusion of Rocky into the team, well, it's a really good move. Rocky again have been the rock for the team, so it'll be interesting to see if he can continue on to bring this great performance for the team, because Bigetron, I'd say, yeah, they have qualified there, but this is the couple of days that they will use to fix whatever they need to fix before the grand finals.
I do want to see for once all the Fergus into one team, like we're talking about. Yep, we're gonna jump into the video. We're gonna talk that after this, because we have some insight for you guys. Enjoy it and stay tuned with us.
Selalu jumpa banyak team sebenarnya, tapi mostly team Unbeatable dengan team Scrim. So kalau Unbeatable tu, kalau awal-awal circle, kita orang takkan ambil fight, kita orang akan main save lah. Tapi bila diorang nak fight, kita terpaksa fight ke lah. Tak tahu lah, itu ikut macam mana. Dia ikut, kalau dia nak fight, kita fight lah. Kalau kita menang, itu rezeki lah. Itu rezeki. Tapi kalau bab team secret ni, kita orang akan tengok situation. Tapi kebanyakan kita orang akan lari balik team secret, sebab kita tahu kan firepower diorang macam mana. Tapi sekarang ni kita orang cuba ubah gameplay kita orang, sebab kita nak tambahkan kill sebanyak, tambah banyak kill point. So kita orang akan ikut situation lah, mesti ikut situation.
Untuk minggu ketiga kita orang aim team Singapore, ke semua team Singapore. So kita orang akan cari, sebab diorang ni jenis nak langgar semua tim Malaysia. Diorang nak barbar, kita bagi lah. Lepas tu kita tengok siapa yang tusun dulu.
Kami rasa kami dalam top team juga. Sebab pengalaman kami banyak juga daripada DivinityEsport, dari CG, tournament-tournament kecil. Kami join dalam Malaysia ni. Kami join sebab nak cari experience yang banyak. Untuk tournament macam ni, macam PMPL. Dalam PMPL pun kita boleh cari experience juga dengan tim-tim kuat lain. Perasaan tu rasa teruja lah. Lawan dengan tim PMCO, tim global kan. Kami harap kami dapat bagi saingan yang kuat lah kepada diorang.
Kau sir.
Kau.
Hebat.
Pertama ni chicken dinner kita orang tak lupakan. 2 kali chicken satu hari. Pertamanya di map Miramar. Miramar tu kita orang masuk seka awal tengah. Kita hold. Kita tembak yang mana yang masuk seka. Time tu kita orang dapat kill banyak juga macam tu. So kita orang fight last seka tu kita orang sebaik lah. Seka tu kita dapat chicken ni. Di map Sanhok pula kita orang seka tu jauh juga kita rotate lah. Jauh nasib baik lah tak ada orang rotate kat tempat kita orang tu. Tapi kita orang nak masuk seka tu, luar seka tu dah ramai orang. Kita ambil kesempatan untuk dapatkan kill dan kita habiskan dia orang. Lepas tu kita berani lah untuk lawan.
Tu tak fikir pasal chicken lah, kita orang just fikir pasal kill point. Ni orang kata siapa yang dapat circle dia menang lah. So tak expect circle tu ada dekat kita orang. Plan kita orang tu ke grand final, kita orang perlu prepare dari segi mental, communication, teamwork, dan banyakkan lagi ulang kaji pasal pihak-pihak lawan punya strategi dan cara nak masuk circle dan bila masa kita orang nak ambil fight. Dan juga tu lah, harap-harap kita orang dapat konsisten lagi dalam grand final. Okay, dalam PUBG ni ada 3 paling penting basic yang korang kena ada: teamwork, communication dan juga mental dalam satu team. Dan perbanyakkan lagi lah tengok gameplay orang dekat Facebook Live seperti Mamparang, Fredo, Jumper, yang top streamer ada top player yang orang kata yang pernah pergi PMCO. Perbanyakkan lagi tengok cara diorang main, gameplay diorang. So dari situ kita kena belajar daripada diorang untuk nak mantapkan lagi gameplay kita.
Harapan kita orang ni untuk PMPL, kita orang harap kita orang konsisten dan lebih boleh kejar point lah yang dekat top 8 kat atas. Dan kita lepas PMPL, harapan kita orang akan lebih banyak lagi nak belajar gameplay orang lain. So kita harap kita boleh pergi ke global lah.
Okay guys, dan minggu ketiga kami daripada tim Tara Proyecto X, jangan lupa support kita orang di PMPL MYSG 2020. Harap kita orang dapat masuk grand final. See you guys there.
There you go. A little bit insight from Tara Proyecto X. I still want to know why is it Proyecto. We have no clue why, but they have quite a lot of respect for these teams too. Still have a very good mindset, thinking they are very good, and that's the mindset we really need to have. That kind of a self-confidence. You have the right mindset with the whole team to make sure you actually stay on the same page to move on and advance. So it's not really easy to actually maintain that kind of mindset, especially if you happen to think that you are good and you just hit a wall. There's always somebody stronger, there's always somebody to take you down, and they are kind of staying at top 10 spot here. But can they maintain? Because Team NoRecoil, the last time we seen it yesterday, only 2 points away different from Tara Proyecto X.
Yeah, Tara, I'd say in terms of the overall standings, they are qualified for now, but they just need a little bit more just to be comfortable. They're not too comfortable. But what my takeaway from the interview is that it's something consistent that they shared with Bapak is that mental strength again plays a very big role in this game. So you need to have that cool, chill, calm. Even things are against you, you need to be like, okay, I'm the only one left for my team. What do I do now? Keep that calmness going on and hopefully survive for position points. And like they say as well, whoever gets the circle gets that chicken dinner. That's the tip there.
It depends though. Yeah, sometimes you get yourself in the zone or in the safe circle. But if you get that in the wrong timing, everybody else is just ramming themselves into your space and your fortress, and you get washed out, or you get flushed out eventually if there's too many teams to handle at one point. That's timing. When we talk about rotation and timing, if you can conquer that, you can absolutely know which team to fight, when to fight, and which one you want to take down first. Like they said, they have something rivalry against Singaporean teams. They are aiming to take them down first to see who would go too soon. That's a bold statement coming out from Tara Proyecto.
Well, but Singaporean teams, at least today, they've been showing a little bit more grit. We did see DivinityEsport getting those kills on the board, so that's good for you guys. Then show that you are the better team amongst the other teams, so that's going to be really important. Hopefully, you can secure yourself a chicken dinner today because we are all still waiting.
Yeah, but before that, I want to thank our production crew. Even though we are far away from each other, still keep bringing quality high games for us. Vikendi, there you go, with a very exclusive weapon beside it, G36C. The only weapon you can find in Vikendi, none other than for the other maps. Team NoRecoil still at 9k with RSGY2K, Jenny from Bapak, Bigetron, Hija. These are the featured players in this very cool map. Everybody hitting 5 digits for damage, total kills double digits as well. Look at that. Decent numbers of chicken for each of these players.
And everyone's doing the esports post except for Jenny. And now looking at the flight path from the left side, the western side towards the eastern side, towards the side of winery. So this may be a kind circle here. Well, we'll see how it goes. Maybe Mount Cresney. It depends. If the theory of the circle will appear on the opposite side of the flight path, that may come true, but we can be deceived as well. And Cement Factory looks like it's in the middle of the circle at this point. Expect teams to need to pass through bridges because of the flight path. So it will be interesting to see where they land. If those teams do land on this side of Cement Factory's island, then they'll be good. But if not, those bridges may be gatekept.
Yeah, but maybe they will end up in pot 4, so who knows, right? But Jenny straight down going on winery, that flight path just now, making a lot of reachable plays for those dropping on the southern side and the west side of the map. But those who are preferring over Travno or Pishkova even will have a long walk to go. Hopefully they got themselves some vehicles in this very snowy map, sorry. And the vehicles working in snow like this is very slippery too, you know. Except if you get yourself a snowmobile, it works really well, really fast and really precise. But when you have a US or even a, other vehicles, it's kind of a slippery and so hard to control that wheel. But Divinity have their eyes on H2O already. Traitor, same goes for Bigetron.
Bigetron, they seem to know that Asta is in the building, so not letting him go at this moment. They missed flush him out, so it looks like the rush will go in. Asta managed to connect a couple of shots, but then he's been knocked out all alone. Very unlikely that his teammates catching fall from him. We can see that on the minimap, his teammates is looking at him, but looks like they may let him go. And the punch goes out from Hydra. 1 point for Bigetron.
Yeah, don't want to waste the ammunition straight into the game. Might as well not expose yourself too much with the firing shots there. Punch it away like a man, and that satisfaction you get when you punch is also a thing. Bigetron only have 1 dust here, and they will go and migrate into another compound. Probably going to find more vehicles for them, because we do know it never really is a good starting when you get all 4 men exploded in one simple vehicle.
Yep, we do remember what happened in the qualifiers there, Choo. I'm sure you remember that the most because you were casting that game. And now moving over to the two Singaporean teams, Divinity and also H2OR. Divinity playing with 3 team members. H2O, not too sure yet. We need to pan over to them, but it's likely to be 3 players as well. So it's going to be even odds here. So Singapore playing out really safely, quite similar to how we've seen in the qualifiers that no one wants to move a muscle first. And it's confirming it looks like Pengu comes in for the side of YKB and they will have 4 team members. Juggernaut will be the first team member of Divinity to go down.
But at the same time, Kaya already out into the lobby there, so they kind of even the odds out. It's 3v3 for H2O versus Divinity. Well, apparently the Singaporeans are going at it at first. They need to find their loot at the same time, which kind of not stocked up yet. But wow, managed to get 1 from Matt there, 2 more. And then 7 up will be taken 1 more, which is Psycho. I don't know what happened, but we're going to hop on into that area very soon, apparently.
Yeah, but looks like these two teams still at a Mexican, or should I call it a Singaporean standoff here at this moment, because 2 teams are from Singapore though. So Impact, well, with a basic micro Uzi and that's about it. Not even extended mag there. It's just across it. Everyone locked down at this compound. And looks like Tonwa Esports, they are going for castle here. They're building a snowman, it seems, in the middle of the road. Obviously the snowman was there first before they came, I was just saying. But then again, looks like they will hit themselves away from castle now. Yeah, castle is not a good place if all 4 team members are there because loot is just not that much.
Hey, Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yeah,
Okay.
Resurgence now.
Yeah.
Back to
Yeah.
them. They need to reset. Oh, they have a lot of things on their side here. Look, everybody is quite in a luxurious amount of loot. The Vogue and the Reserve team are kind of happy with what they have. But then they cannot overstay themselves too long here because the Duna did not in the smack middle of a circle. They need to get themselves into another compound very soon, and they need to get more vehicles for that as well. Because staying here, overstaying, well, they can gatekeep for an option, but with that kind of loot, it will be more, interesting to use it at their utmost potential.
Well, talking about interest, I hope that these 2 teams actually bring some interest to us, but looks like Arts heard our plea here. He will make the first move with the micro Uzi, now with the close range, but does not connect to anyone at all. Arts will need to reset a little bit. Now Impact versus Arts. Impact lose out to the micro Uzi of Arts, and they will finish him off this compound. Tara, it's not far away. Hopefully they don't third party in.
And Team Secret is still hovering around. We're talking about third party. Bigetron is doing that for the best. Team Secret, so far they still have all 4 men inside Bigetron. Where the moment we talk about them, they already engaged to a Traitor who's trying to run as fast as they can and then make a getaway with this. Doesn't seem so great now. Looking at the sprays coming out from Zali, really precise. One of the best players they have for Bigetron aside from Putra. All 4 of them are actually one of the best players we've so far for Bigetron when it comes to CQC or even take any shots at. Shred always the survivor for the team. Olaf and Ninja really close to being a box.
Really, really close. Open top vehicle passing by like that. Nope, not good at all. And we do see here, looks like the vest level 1 is halfway there. Olaf now trying to find a good location so they can reset themselves. The energy drinks, whatever that they have. Now they will have a picnic here. Just the both of them. Now moving over to Axis MPX as well as Team NoRecoil. Looks like they're across each other, but don't expect big engagement so far. Miss Rose Esports just coming to the nearby compound, but then again, everyone's respecting each other's place.
And that kind of what they needed for now. It's still in the first phase of the game. Already got 1 team out, quite aggressive. If you've seen it before, Vikendi haven't been this aggressive way back then, but apparently the final week everybody went into a wall here. Pangu trying to get the kills on Bigetron. Rocky plus this one out. He has more precise control of the barrel. Beautiful spray. Odds will be down as well. H2O forcing themselves to have 2 casualties at that point. Still have 1 or more plays for H2O surviving, but not much to go on. Bigetron got himself extra kill points, 3 in total.
Kagura there. I guess he's still by himself. But look at this. Looks like Impunity. Looks like they have visitors here from the side of Traitor, and now they managed to take out Olaf, who is all alone behind the stone. But his teammates are just behind Ninja, as well as a team member there just beside him. But are they going to go for it? Because Impunity do have the numbers here. Shred now is really pinned down for damages. They're good at Jelly. Will make the rush for it from one side to another. The flags go out the side of Shred, but did not connect. The Shred is still alive, but not for long. He'll be sent back to the lobby, and Impunity, they managed to secure this location for themselves, wiping out Traitor.
Traitor. Being the traitorous people out there, backstabbed by Impunity, that's gonna hurt. But at the same time, that hurtful moment hopefully will teach them a bit more. Hopefully they will improvise, because apparently they are the only team for Malaysian squad haven't got themselves any chicken dinner yet. First Esports Syndicate ramming themselves into this compound here, but apparently one team already pre-fires against them. I see two teams actually hovering around there. Team NoRecoil force them to get out from there and take up the fight.
Team NoRecoil just arriving, but Sinbi looks like he's been knocked down by the side of Baby Jim. Now Insomniacs need to go save here, while Stewart, 9K, and Loyu, they are on the other side of the building, and it's not going to look good in case Sinbi Insomniacs continues to get knocked there. Axis, MPX, they are across there, so they know the action is happening. They can butt in if they want to, but it's still early. We are still at 14 teams at Axis. Wow, those teams really need the points there, so not a good move for them to go in. I'm looking at the kill feed right now. Looks like Rectify managed to get a knock onto one team member of Bigetron. Looks like Impunity, they are doing well so far. Good start for them. And now on to the side of Bigetron.
Bigetron and Impunity, both team having 3 kills each, one of the highest volume in the game right now, but they will eliminate each other. Zali already being knocked down by Vax on that side. Kevin trying to just put himself a little bit more, buying more time to replenish his HP. Hydra taking the clutch one out. They managed to get one from Vax, return back the damage rectify, trying to help his friend Micro Uzi, trying to find the rest of Bigetron, who happened to rotate the other way around. Rectify being knocked down instead, and Bigetron tries to coming in for more, but they don't have enough manpower. Only good at Jelly left on the side of Impunity. Hydra reload himself. Kevin on the outside trying to get a better vision, wider visualization where Good Jelly is. He's playing a little bit behind there, just behind the building. He just tossed that nade over, trying to fish him out, baiting that one out. But already waiting outside, Kevin finished off rectifying the rest of the team. Impunity placed himself at 14 placement, still in the second phase of the game.
It was a good fight though. They managed to take 2 team members of Bigetron, and we all know Bigetron is very good at compound fights. Good effort, I'd say, although unfortunately they had to be eliminated by Bigetron, but getting 2 kills off of Bigetron while eliminating Traitor from the match before this, I think it's okay for them. It's something for them to pat on the back. And now moving back to Sinbi as well as Insomniacs. Looks like they're spread out here. Insomniacs with a tap onto the side of Miss Rose Esports, and now Miss Rose Esports, they are being pinned down because they are slowly being surrounded by the side of Team NoRecoil. We do see a little bit of movement there from Stewart and Aga on the other side. So it looks like they may be surrounded at some point, but no big movement so far. And I do see an explosion on the side of Axis MPX there. Maybe they are busy themselves.
Rose Esports Syndicate. I do see Bapak I've been taking down quite a lot of numbers of kill feed there. Baby Jim at the same time. Oh, that exposing himself too much around that window area. Stewart saw that coming. Look at the circle Resurgence crawling in, but Bapak I managed to return back that fire on Tara. Happens to be really going at a very long wall. Baby Jim returning back that favor to a Stewart, but didn't connect any of those shots there. But Baby Jim really need to reset everything, his mind, his HP, because it's kind of really low. One more tapping coming up from Stewart, and the rest of Team NoRecoil will knock him down straight on his knees.
Fateh now has multiple angles that he needs to take care of because there's a bridge there that anyone can come by. So now Axis MPX, they are still hanging on to the location, sort of like a Mexican standoff at this point. Team NoRecoil coming back to their original location. So now they are all in the same compound. All these 3 teams right now not going to engage with each other for now. Whatever utilities used earlier between Team NoRecoil as well as Miss Rose Esports, that's it. That's already used, and unfortunately they will need to find new supplies for their teams. Now, looking at the team status here, H2O seems to be the only one team member left. Now we are panning over to an important team here because lots of fans are rooting for Team Secret to get their 10th chicken dinner.
But before that, I do see racking the kills up for points. Bigetron on 7 killing streak. The only team that actually have more than 5 kills there. The rest of the team are still playing a little bit passive because we do know they're trying to make sure that their side is doing okay. Bapak R6 managed to get down on Tara. Still going at the wall. It has been like, 5 minutes or maybe just 3 minutes around there somewhere for Bapak against Tara. But I haven't wiped the whole team out if I'm not mistaken. Yuhai scoping around Axis MP and now Team NoRecoil will be in between, or maybe Axis actually in between, sandwich between Team Secret and also Team NoRecoil. But Net Brotherhood is sniffing problems just behind them.
And looks like Team Secret, they're butting in onto the side of Axis and PX, who were really comfortable in their own compound earlier, but now they have visitors. Now the circle will continue to close in, and who will it favor? H2O Kagura is the only one standing. Captain Kagura need to put on a captain's performance here for his team. And now the circle is kind to a lot of teams who are right in the middle right now. Only a couple of teams need to make it in. Bigetron as well as Kagura for Team H2O need to make the move for him. But other than that, they're starting to clump up in the middle.
And now this is not a great news. So whenever you're clumped up, I do prefer fanning out for the rest of the team to wider angles that can be covered and more information to be gained for the team. But at the current state for Axis MP, they have no covers when they step out of this building, and Team Secret is waiting for that to happen. They do have a couple of buildings behind them, but it's not enough for them because the rest of the places that they will have to go out after that kind of really open space. Already looking at making a move for Matoi and Yuhai. This couple and this pair is the best from Team Secret. We do know these two are really good when it comes to the CQC. iShots always waiting for sniping moment and covering their backside for Team Secret because they can smell the scent of Net Brotherhood from behind because iShot is hovering there.
Net Brotherhood now have a really good compound here. Does Team Secret want to go for it? But it's going to be a tough call first because iShots now is just in front trying to be excited. Oh, here you go. AUGA3 with a cheek pad that they can use to throw at their opponents and get an instant knock. Yeah, I'm trying to be funny there. There you go.
I can sense your sense of humor. It's tickling me.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
you
I
feel
don't-
tickled? There you go.
Yeah, I'm laughing. That's mean. But back to the game, but it's funny. Team NoRecoil and Somnus, they've been waiting for Rose Esports Syndicate to come out, but they cannot overstay themselves because the Axis will take the chance whenever they can. And if I'm not mistaken, there's also Team Secret behind them somewhere with Net Brotherhood lurking around. So yep. If only they can make a move, but are they actually in the smack middle of the circle? That's what I really want to know.
I believe the circle does favor all these teams just now, as far as I remember. So that's why these teams are quite comfortable now, just hanging on to their structures. But then again, for those teams without structure, I believe that Team Secret does not have their own structure for now. Yes, they can get into a structure if they want to, but looks like they're playing a different strategy. They're trying to work with the terrains. It's probably a good practice match for them as well. Trying to play with the terrains in Vikendi, Net Brotherhood. Everyone's really comfortable in their own house. I'm sure they're feeling warm inside those structures. Kagura, the captain for Team H2O, still all alone, just outside the edge of the circle, doing the right thing because he is the only one left. Definitely not going to want to take any fights. Try to get as high placement as possible and see whether he can get the opportunity and maybe a miracle chicken dinner.
Probably will. Those who actually add the chat, thank you for supports. Thank you for your support and have been having a great time with you guys. But before that, Bukan kita orang tak erti cakap bahasa Melayu. Kita orang ni memang English punya. I'm saying that we are actually the English caster. It's not that we are not Malaysians. We are very Malaysian. But we love to see Singaporeans performing as well. Back to that game. Resurgence waiting for the time for Tonwell Esport make a move. Nobody want to budge. Nobody want to make the first move. Cement Factory really crowded. Coming up from Pavosto. HO Kagura really is playing it. Really having a great day. Nothing to going against in that pathway of him coming up from the north.
And now it looks like Resurgence, well, they're quite in between two teams as well. Tonwell Esports in the same compound, team NoRecoil just below them, but so far they are in the circle, so they are still okay at least to the 5th circle, and we'll see what happens from there. And still at 9k, looks like they're quite busy. Team NoRecoil, although it's quite quiet for them, but they seem to be quite busy. Just look at it, still at 9k, needing to heal up. I don't know. I guess it was just them trying to get those preemptive fights, but it's just not working out for them just because of the number of teams that are just surrounding them at this point. So you don't want to get third party in. Miss Rose Esports, yes, a team that they have sight on. So everyone knows that, okay, we are surrounded. That's it. Let's not move a muscle for now.
Yeah, because they do know that if they are actually engaging first, they make the first move, they might actually walk to their grave there, because we're talking about more than one team waiting for the opportunity taken down. And we're talking also long shots here. Everybody is having their scope ready, and that crosshair landed straight on the teams that actually try to stay camped in wherever they are. Bigetron already start to make a move. They know this is not beneficial for them to stay outside of a circle. The longer they stay, the more worse it can get, because they know they will be gatekeep. One of it will be Lyrian. I think he heard the gunshot just now for Kevin. Straight away, crawling down, pop up the smoke, park the Dacia. Hydra gonna help him, giving the direction to Hydra that it will be on his right side. Reposition for Hydra here. He knows he parked at the wrong place there. FV on the other hand, holding this compound to themselves only because they are quite safe for now, but will the next phase favoring them?
Who will favor the next phase now? Most of these teams right now, they are still chilling here, I can say that. Just look at the number of teams. 13 teams still available. This is the 4th circle. Moving on to the 5th circle, really, really close. And now the circle will close in. These two teams that we see on screen right now still hanging on to 4 of their team members. Voki, though, is on half-life at this moment. And the circle looks like they won't favor any of these teams that we see on screen right now. Instead, they still favor Team Secret, Net Brotherhood, Dingoz, as well as Axis MPX.
At the same time, the outskirts of that cement factory is quite a flat place to play with. There's not much, I mean, not that flat. There are a couple of structures like the stones, but other than that, there are only trees and like a really sloping hill here. Nothing much more than that. And that's the hard part of it. One is, it's so hard to get the perspective on these players, especially if they are fighting against this hill here. And one more thing is that there's so many trees, no structure, the bigger buildings to work with. AWM, is it really, really helpful to have at this point? Kind of drop in the middle of Team Secret and Team Dingoz there. Resurgence now over Cement Factory, just at the edge of a circle, going over, while Panda will be the next target.
So now we do see engagement between Resurgence as well as their opponents on the other side, Tonwell Esports. So we do see here Iron Pro taking a couple of damages here. Energy drink needs to be popped out by Iron Pro. And now the circle is just slightly out on the edge there. Need to make a little bit of a move in later on, but looks like they will make that preemptive strike against Tonwell Esports. Now they have to defend this. RPEC have eyes on the side of Resurgence and now need to relocate himself just to make sure that he gets a good angle. Pende, now he is low as well. Needs to heal up himself. Tara as well as closing it. Bigetron as well coming in from behind. It's going to be a big party here. Who called for this party in this cement factory, ladies and gentlemen? Everyone should have their social distance, but it looks like all these teams don't abide to that.
Team Secret UI being released. There we can see a couple of shots. When it's purple on the kill feed, you know it's UI. Bigetron on the other hand, like always, being the third party, marching in, taking advantage against everybody else's turmoil. Exits trying to find Team NoRecoil. They look in the wrong direction there. Che didn't notice. He was actually playing the corners. That was really smart from 9K, but he will not be clutch for the team NoRecoil. XSMP still managed to take this one, but that was really close coming out from Stewart. Managed to just 1v4 all the way.
Yep. Oh well, Axis MPS, they need those points on the board. So look at this, the circle now favors Net as well as the Dingoz. All other teams will need to make it in. But then again, at the same time, the two airdrops, they're quite close to each other. But the only downside is that they are in an open area, so not gonna be sure if people want to go for that. Tara, Proyecto, X, they do have visitors on the outside. Tonewall Esports now to deal with before they can actually get in the circle because it's an open position.
That's what I said about this area. This is not great. Tara taken down by WoW now. WoW have, man, having advantage on that. But they have the structure on Tara's side. There you go, being taken down by Resurgence there. My goodness me, Resurgence have to fight in the very last minute. Tara still have one con left here. Tossing the Molotov around Panda, who's been reviving one of his teammates here. High, closely enough. It didn't hit anybody. Managed to just revive that on time. One con C7 up hit popped off just now. At the same time, they will be rushed by Resurgence. One con! Iron Bro took a long shot at Wongkon. That popped themselves up at top 10. Panda will pop that smoke nades, trying to get away, which being washed out by Resurgence on every angle possible.
Oh, unfortunately, I noticed that Captain Kaguro have been sacrificed to the play zone, and there goes the fight of H2O to get that chicken dinner for this game. And now moving over to Iron Pro. Looks like he'll go for the flying out to High. He does see High. Finishes off High. And now on the other side, they do have other team members of Tonewall Esports, but then again, the smoke does connect and help her. Voki now with a jump in. Nice win for Voki. Oh my goodness. And last take a light at Voki, showing why he is one of the Miracle Boys.
1v2 at that, taken out from that drainage, but Carter's back to Dingoz against a Bapak here. Bapak tricks it covered up with that smoke as well as some couple of stone structure to work with. That is very lucky that smoke covers it up. BUB on the other hand managed to get on Resurgence, who happened to hit back the comma on their side. We're down to 8 teams only. Bapak gatekeeping that. At the same time, Dingoz still won another chicken dinner here. And a GG trying to get it over at the Unbeatable. There's also Net Brother around the corner. Rose Esports, and it gets rotating quite late, coming up from the North. Grim caught up in between a World War III zone. Not a great place for him to stay upon.
iShots managed to get the grenade out as well. We get one kill there, so Matoy now will continue to spray onto the side of this smoke, but does not connect to anyone else. Iron Pro is knocked down though, and now Small Boy as well. Volky being the only one left, still standing for his team. Doesn't look good for Resurgence. Yuhai gets the high ground here with the rooftop shot, and that's connect on the Volky. Volky now is in trouble now. Only have a little bit of vehicle there. Small vehicle just behind him, just to protect him, but then again, will he protect him against Yuhai? Yuhai have eyes on the other side, and now looks like Team Secret, they have full control on this compound, but the compound is still outside of the
Oh my goodness, look at that circle not favoring anybody at all, but the closest one is Team Secret. Kratos still keep on tabs there. Net already got themselves in from the northern side of the circle. The rest of the team really have to squeeze in as soon as possible. Dingoz getting on Net outside. He's looking in the wrong direction. That tap keeping it with a silence at that point too. GG making it hard for Net Brotherhood, who's focusing too much on Rose Esports and getting on the blind spot of Atai, one of the best headshots players we have in the game. Kratos getting on AV, nitpicking every single team in their way here. Dingoz will eat up their karma very soon, but they're still challenging every team possible. Nuke hovering around as well.
And now Nuke definitely is in a good position there because he has a little bit of structure, but then again, their position may be compromised soon by the blue zone because they are still outside of the blue zone now. Team Secret have managed to get themselves into the blue zone. Same goes for Net Brotherhood as well. Miss Rose Esports needs to fend off Net to get in blue zone. Not looking good for the Papa. Right now, Matoy with the tap. managed to damage a lot here on the side of Bapak. Bapak find it really difficult to get the blue zone thanks to Matoy. Matoy will go for the flank here, slightly a little bit outside of the zone, but there's also opportunity for him to get those kill points.
And it's a clear path coming out from Team Secret. Nobody will be bumping into them very soon, but it's simply they have the high bumpers. Oh my goodness, that's really unfortunate. It's looking at the wrong way. Mate again is unscathed, not punished at all with what he's been doing. Dingoz Mason taking one down on Bapak Trixinity there, and they are trying to get the rest of Nate there as well. We're down to 4 teams only. Rose Esports, Syndicate, Team Secret, and Net Brothers stuck between these two titans. Dingoz again, one for more. Team Secret is not backing down either. And Fateh just have to be alone. Not just alone, they're going in past with Baby James to get one up. For Team Net Brothers, looking a little bit wrong side here. Let's see, will taken down. Will it kill still away by Team Secret?
Oh man, now Fateh is Baby Jim has knocked though Fateh now out in the open. What can he do? Looks like he's been sent back to the lobby, and they will need to be happy with 4th place. Now we're done top 3 teams, Net Brotherhood, Team Secret, as well as the Dingoz here, ladies and gentlemen. All these 3 teams are actually on page 1 in the overall spot. So who will claim this chicken dinner for glory? The circle again does not favor anyone, except maybe a little bit for Team Secret, but that's about it.
They just touch at the rim of that circle, but Net is really stocky. I don't think they can make this one out, but Dingoz is the first one who started off with the smokes here. Biu waiting for the smokes to just dissolve, tossing the Molotov because he saw the silhouette. He's spraying over with his eye inside of Micro Uzi, straight switching. Another Molotov will be tossed between Net and Dingoz. Dingoz has been running around in that smoke. Hit one. He naded Kratos on his knees there, and Net is not giving up as well. It is still anybody's game at this rate.
Biu now fronting the lines for Team Secret. He does have a couple of members in there, but then again, Biu have been knocked down. Yuhai dropped his bag. Now it's the final 2 moments. Now iShots out in the open onto Mason. Looks like iShots. Mason knocked down Mason. Beautiful play, but it looks like help from Luxy on the other side. Actually, now Yuhai is all behind the tree there. Now we are still down to top 3 teams, ladies and gentlemen. And now Nuk looks like he's low. Matoy is low as well. iShots have been knocked from the other side. Biu as well have not been revived at 70. Pops out the first aid kit. Does not have any more vests on his side. Biu will crawl to his little brother Yuhai, and there you go. Yuhai pops out the revive. Matoy have been knocked down, and Yuhai will continue to revive his senpai.
Oh, can he make it on time? Dingoz now getting on Net Luxy. Oh, Nukes! He got taken down by Biu from behind. That was a nice butting in the very last minute. That Yuhai and Biu coming in, and it's down to only 2 teams. Net versus Team Secret. Can Secret clutch this one out? And they made it. Almost made it. There you go. Team, none other than your favorite out there, Team Secret. Clutch this one out. The moment we thought Dingoz versus Secret, but Dingoz made the first move, exposing themselves too much. Net clutched that one out. 2v4. It wasn't an easy task for them.
Team Secret fans rejoice. They have managed to get double digits for their chicken dinner board. Oh my goodness, this is what the fans really wanted. Now you guys are really happy. I can sense it now. The comment sections are going nuts right now. I was like, yeah, Team Secret are getting 10 kills, 10 chicken dinners, 10 chicken dinners. There you go. Fan service. I told you guys they would know. They can sense that the comments, the positive comments, the support that come from you guys do reach there, and there you go. I'm sure this is for the fans. If I'm your brother, this is for the fans.
Yeah, that's quite true for their biggest fan in the comment section. Don't forget to hashtag away which team you are supporting. But that was a nice call coming out. It's anybody's game. You can see how the circle never favors any of this team. Every single time it switches off to another place, it's empty. Nobody is in there. And Rose Esports Syndicate again consistently making sure that they are top 5 or top 3 all the way. But it was beautiful coming out from Bigetron, always coming in as a third party. It was a magnificent, spectacular game all around. I reckon some of the teams are really salty about this, but I do know Secret just managed to pump up their spirit again, get one more chicken, and it is their new strategy right now working out for them.
Okay, I guess this be like, okay, it's like 50-50 because they must be trying like, okay, is this, I noticed what their new strategy is somehow like, okay, swap in, swap out, who's in front, because before this we always see, okay, Yuhai is the front one because he's the fragger, but now they want to try and swap in, swap out to see that I shot sometimes you're in front, Biu and sometimes Mud Toy, so they want to try to be versatile in this, which is very good, and it's good preparation towards the grand finals.
Now we're gonna jump into the highlights to relive the moment that you guys been waiting for most of the chat here. I do know they are other teams supporters as well, but Traitor, one of the teams that out quite early on in Divinity as well. Impunity kind of get the fight between Bigetron. Okay, I have to highlight a little bit about Bigetron here. They got themselves 7 kills the last time we saw them, and then they keep on surviving for some time there. But Hisho and Divinity, two Singaporean teams, just have to fight between themselves.
Yep, the Singaporean standoff, I'd say. But look at this, Impunity taking over Traitor here. This is actually a very good fight. You just see how they flank. They send 2 team members, one on the left, one on the right, and just flanking 2. This is the kind of aggressive play, tactical aggressive play that we'd like to see a little bit more from Impunity. So hopefully they can continue on in the next few games, get themselves at least another chicken dinner before the week ends. And now Axis, MPX, these teams have been hanging on to it for a long time. I can say such a long standoff. We can see that.
And there you go. That was a very long grenade coming out from Iron Pro. That was beautifully well done. Iron Pro clutched this one out a lot. The same goes for Voki. These two guys really playing very well for the side of Resurgence, but Yuha and Bibu did the same thing too. They have been their own pairs there. I'm talking about being a pair as in 2 players out of any teams they are playing very well. Mark Toy taking the blind spot of the other enemy's team there. It was a smart move coming out for him. And Rose Esports, Syndicate Fateh, has been surviving very long here. Got himself at 4th placement, but then I thought Net Brother will lose this one because apparently there are only 2 people here.
Oh yeah, it's actually really close there, but then again they managed to get themselves a 2nd place, I believe, in this matchup, so it was really good for them. Actually, all these 3 teams, they're just pretty much playing for the glory to a certain extent because, well, it's more of like who gets the highest spot in the first place. They've qualified themselves into the next round, and there you go. Of course, fan service from none other than Team Secret. Hashtag Secret Fighting. I know the hashtag for you fans out there. You created that. Secret Fighting, there you go. And of course, moving on to the standings, page 1, Team Secret MY, first place with 59 points, Dingoz with 57 points, Bigetron Arrow 49 points, Net Brotherhood 39 points, Resurgence with 37 points, Misrope Syndicate 28 points, Bapak Esports 25 points, and FB Unbeatable, the team that needs a lot of points, still hanging on page 1 with 23 points.
They are playing a lot of position point for every Unbeatable because we're looking at only 2 kill points there. And the same goes for Misro Syndicate. They are playing it very safe because they are the 2 teams that are really close getting themselves into the top 16. We're talking about every Unbeatable gaming. They are more than nervous to actually lose their slot here. They are actually on the 15 there. If they are not playing very careful, they might just lose it to Rose Esports Syndicate, who actually slowly climbing up as well. But speaking of that Team Secret, I'm thinking about Yuhai fans. You can call yourself as U fans, you know.
Wow.
That's
okay.
something that I crossed on. But
Hey, that's not too bad.
I know, right? But back to the second page here, Axis MPX got himself at top 10, 9th place with 19 points. Kind of a stalemate with Tara Proyecto X, but 5 kills there, 19 points as well. DivinityEsport and Turnwell, both of them having at 11 and 12th placement respectively with 14 points in total.
And Team NoRecoil, of course, following up with 10 points. Impunity SG 8 points. Traitor Esports 7 points. Team H2 with 6 points. Team NoRecoil,